set up this TN to house all my dreams and goals and projects, the things that are really important to me. It's good to have a place that's pretty to hold all your dreams and goals and the things that are most important to you. So stay tuned so you can see how to make one for yourself. After having written my dreams, goals, ambitions, projects, either on post-it notes or in the corners of my planner in like hand scratching, I decided these are big things. This is a big part of my life. If this is what I want to achieve, it really needs to have a more important place than just hand scratching on a post-it. So I decided to make this pretty, really pretty, I love these products, this really pretty notebook, this traveler's notebook, dedicated to all the things that I really want to accomplish in life or in the near future. All of the Carpe Diem products that I'm using today are on sale this month, but I'll talk about that when we get to the end. Okay, so let's get started. So what I wanted to do in this video is to show you how I set up my title pages for each of the sections. I have 2 inserts, and one has 4 sections and one has 2 sections, and then I have a title page for this first insert. So there's a lot of title pages. I decided to use sort of a formula for each of the pages to make it easier on myself to sort of repeat the same thing over and over. So as I go through each of the pages, I'll point out that formula, and it's basically using the bigger box stickers and layering up on those. What I'm doing now is just sectioning off this first insert. I sort of nicked it from another traveler's notebook, but I really like how it matched this line from Carpe Diem, and I'm using the tab stickers. There's a whole tablet, a sticker book with these tabs, and the tabs are fantastic because you just fold them over and they line up perfectly. There's a fold line, so there's no hassle. They line up. There's no overlap where a bit of sticker sticks out, so lint gets stuck to it. It's really, really practical. And so the first section is my dream section. So I found a sticker that said dreaming big, so I put that on my tab, and then I just took a pencil because I'm not that great at the hand lettering, so I usually have to do it in pencil first to make sure it's right and then follow with my pen. So dreaming big again in my handwriting. I did mess up one really bad, but luckily it was the one right in the middle of the book and I could rip it out and there was no problems. My hand lettering has improved quite a bit, but I do practice. Even my grocery lists are pretty, or I'm doing homework with the kids, I'll try and write neat. It really does take practice, and now I'm more consistent at getting the lettering that I like, but still I do make mistakes and have to rip pages out. But I'm getting better. So we're getting now into that formula that I was talking about before, where I take boxes and use them as a base, and then I'm going to layer stuff on top. So there you see I put a little bit of washi and putting that butterfly, and it just adds little bits at a time to decorate in a layered, clustered, pretty way. That's not just a box in the middle of the page. I started with the biggest thing, which was the boxes, and then I went down to sort of medium-sized flowers, butterflies, washi, and then to finish it off, I'll go with tiny little flowers, little hearts and stars and things that add a little bit of polish. They really make the cluster look finished and really pretty. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. So I'm doing a border around all the pages. As we go through each page, I've cut and edited that down so you don't have to watch me draw lines for the whole video. And this is my ideas title page. So what I wanted to here, I love that tassel banner, and so what I wanted to do here was to continue that along the top and have a nice little banner across continuing from the tassels. And so this one doesn't really have that formula. I'm not starting with the boxes. I started with that tassel sticker and going from there and using that as my base instead of those boxes. Once I get all the flag and banner stickers across the top, then I'm going to start working on the rest of the page, because if you leave it by itself, it does look a little bland. But then if you add that butterfly or some flowers, I'm sticking with medium-sized things. I'm not going too big because the banner at the top is made up of little elements, and if I put a whole bunch of big things down below, it's going to take away. I put a few flags on the side with some washi to sort of reflect the banner feel. Then I've added a few more other things to make the page look polished. These tiny stars and hearts that are meant for making checklists are fantastic for adding a little bit of decoration to your pages as well. Double duty. So this one's done. We're going to move on to the next one, and I took one of the little stickers from that tab sticker book, and it has some things listed. So that one says projects. That was really easy for me to just pull that out, and then again I'm drawing the border, penciling in the hand lettering before I write it. This is the one that I messed up and I ripped out. You can see the staples. It's the middle of the book, so it was great. I would just pull it out, move the tab to the new page. I just took that out of the video because that's boring to watch. But I thought you should know that everything's not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's easy to just rip it out and start again. You don't have to worry. So what I wanted to do here was to take those big boxes, line them up along the inside fold of the page, and sort of have a border down the middle, and it really turned out nice, I think. I think the key here is that I varied up the sizes and the shapes of the boxes that I use. So there's a big one on one side, a smaller one on the other. I added little tabs and banners and things. So there was a variety, there was a bit of interest to it, so it really ended up being pleasing to the eye. And once the big chunky things were in, again I went back with the smaller flowers and things and added those to make it softer, prettier, and again, more polished. It's the same formula that I used before, starting with the bigger elements, going to the medium-sized ones, and then adding the little ones. It's just a different result, but it's just as pretty and just as fun. I'm just going to take a second here to make sure that you're subscribed. If you like this video, I make videos like this to show how you can make your planner pretty, but I also do videos where you can keep yourself organized in that pretty planner. So you have a planner that not only makes you smile when you open it up, but it also keeps you organized at the same time. So that little red button right below, hit it, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video comes out. Let's keep going with the goals page. Again, starting with the boxes and then adding smaller elements. I'm doing one side of the page first, but that doesn't mean I'm not following the formula. So I started with the big pink box, then added a smaller medium-sized flag, and then some more smaller things up the side of the page, and I keep adding things until it feels right and pretty. And I didn't actually add things in the order big, medium, small. I kind of mixed them up a bit because I did have the idea already in my head, and I've done this so many times that I know what fits where and what goes, so I can mix it up. But if you're starting from scratch and you've never done something like this before, I would start with big, then move down to middle, and then move down to the tiny elements that I like to use to polish things off. Another thing I didn't mention, if I don't know if anyone noticed, but on every single page there's at least one butterfly. I love butterflies. My signature is a butterfly. I had butterflies on my wedding dress. I thought it was a good idea to add butterflies to my dream, goal, ambition book. Makes sense. This side was a bit tougher because the goals is almost stuck in the middle of the page, so I had to move the elements around it. I used the actual word goals as my big element, then went down to the medium size and then the smaller itty bitty bits. A lot of times moving stickers around and trying things in different places will really help you figure out where something looks best and how a page will work. The Carpe Diem stickers are great because you can put them down and pull them back up again without ripping your pages. There's no risk. You're not going to ruin your page by putting a sticker down and then pulling it back up again. Okay, so now we're on to that second insert. Now this insert is dedicated to books. I read a lot, and so far this year I've read over 60 books, but that's really great. But at the same time I find that I'm racing through because I want that number. I want that other notch in my habit tracker. For next year, what I want to do is to slow down, and with the nonfiction books, I really want to take away things that I've learned from each book. So I'm having one section for novels, and there I can read as many as I want because I love a good story. But I'm also having a second section for nonfiction where I can take notes, take away what I've learned, and really enjoy a book and get the most out of it that I can. Now you may be thinking, why am I adding this insert about books to my traveler's notebook about dreams and goals? Most of the nonfiction books that I read have to do with the goals and projects that I'm working towards. So it really does make sense to me to put that in there. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't add this section. You put in your own dream book the sections and the inserts and the things that are important to you. And then I just put the novels in as well because they sort of went along with the nonfiction books. So I just have an insert dedicated to books. You can create your own dream, goal, book, whatever you'd like to call it, in any notebook or planner that you have lying around. But if you like these products, if you like the Carpe Diem lines, the stickers, the planners, they're having a sale this month and everything on their website is 20% off until the end of November. There's a link below in the description that will automatically put the discount into your cart, but you can also use the code CARA20 to get you that 20% off. If you like the products that I'm using, the stickers are from the Hello sticker tablet, and the TN is the typewriter circles. I'd love for you to set up some sort of dream and goal book, whether that's in a TN or another planner that you have, a spare one that you have hanging around. If you're anything like me, you've got a spare planner or two hanging around. It could just be a notebook, but just make sure that you make it pretty, because your dreams and your goals should have the same importance by being pretty and on display, not for anyone else, but just for you. But when you open your planner and you see that your chores and your dentist appointments are really pretty, but your dreams and goals are scribbled in the margins, it doesn't give them the same weight and importance as that. So make sure that it's pretty, that it makes you smile, and go after those goals and dreams. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. There are lots of things coming in the next few weeks, especially in December. So hit the notification bell so that you'll know when the next video comes out. Most of my videos are about making your planner pretty, but also getting you organized and keeping you on track and productive. And that's what December is all about. So we're getting ready for 2019, so make sure you're subscribed. Have a fantastic day and happy planning.